Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm going to be talking about a good one today. Now, I'm going to go into a topic that is quite controversial, and many of you probably at this point have heard about it. It's quite viral at this point, and that is the Illuminati. And I believe there's a lot of misconceptions about what the Illuminati is. And through my awakening and spiritual discoveries and whatnot, I've come to understand the Illuminati, for one, is nothing to fear, and for two, there's a whole new perspective that you can actually take on it. Now, for one, you may not believe in the Illuminati. You may not even heard of the Illuminati. I would suggest looking into it a bit. It's quite interesting. It's basically the theory that there is a elitist controlling group that really calls a lot of the shots. That, as far as even governments go, and corporations and whatnot, and as well as the media, and its main agenda is to control the masses. And I actually do believe this is quite true. I've done years of research on this because there was something telling me that it was truth. However, I wasn't sure of it, so I wanted to be able to find out for myself. And anyway, so beyond whether the Illuminati exists or not, we're going to take a hypothetical here that they do exist. And I see that it's brought up a fair bit of fear in people, and it brought up fear in myself, especially at first. Now, I see a lot of, as well, with these viral videos and whatnot, is people trying to go against the Illuminati, or say stop what they're doing, or get people to become very aware of what the Illuminati is. And I think it's pretty good to become aware to understand, a bit more about our reality. But the thing is, the Illuminati actually has to exist in a way that there's no point in going against the Illuminati or fighting against the Illuminati, because basically it exists for a reason. It exists so that we can find ourselves. The Illuminati exists because the reality that we're living in is dualistic. So say, we can go with the whole good or bad thing. Say we consider the Illuminati bad or evil and whatnot, and I would say, even rightfully so. That's definitely not a far off belief. But the thing is, the Illuminati is basically here for a reason. If the Illuminati didn't exist and we came into this world like the loving beings we are, which we do, everybody is born with a clean slate. They're pure consciousness, pure possibility, love, like just observe children. They are incredible beings, creatures. We are all once a child, and we can maintain that consciousness if we don't allow as much of the subconscious programming, I'll say the programming, to affect our subconscious. Now, for mostly all of us, it does, and we are supposed to be, in a way, programmed against our true nature, because that's the whole point of this reality. The reality that we live in it's meant for us to learn. So we learn to be ourselves and act in spite of fear. Now, the Illuminati obviously brings up this fear, and then we don't want to go against it. We might be afraid that, like the Illuminati is going to kill us, or the Illuminati is going to come after us, or, because there's many even theories that the Illuminati has killed the mass amount of artists, people, like John Lennon or JFKs, or anyone that's really trying to do really great things in this world. And it all actually makes sense, because that's basically the whole purpose for all of us is to express exactly who we are and manifest it in this reality. And the reason why it's so difficult is because everything we see around us isn't really our true nature or what we truly are. So either we become submissive and basically I guess in a way, act as slaves and choose to be with this, choose to go with what's going on with this reality, or we can choose to express who we really are. And I'm not saying there's just one or two ways about it. In a way there is, but I wouldn't say that we are all being slaves all the time or whatnot, because a lot of the time we are expressing ourselves. But we can go even beyond and beyond and beyond, and more, expressing ourselves even more. So basically, the Illuminati exists so that we can find ourselves. Because this, if it didn't, then we would simply come here and we would basically always be the loving beings that we are, because that's what we all are, and we would create a beautiful earth together. And that's what we are actually coming towards. But that's what the whole idea of ascension is that we act in spite of all this fear, we be exactly who we are, and then we are uplifted from this current reality, which is basically a vibrational frequency. So our consciousness lifts to more of a loving level, which is on a higher frequency, which is basically a different reality or dimension or whatever you want to call it. So basically, you can go back to all your religions, like your Jesus or your Buddha or your Krishna or whatever we're referring to, and then we can even go to your John Lennons, your Mahatma Gandhis, and whatever. These people are expressing themselves in their truest form, and then their lives ended. But it didn't actually end. It only ended in a physical sense. So basically, they were uplifted. They were killed because they are now ready to go to the next vibrational frequency. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to put a little twist on the whole Illuminati perception, and give people the power to do whatever you want, create absolutely whatever you want, create what's inside, because that's how we learn. And again, right back to death. Do not fear death. Do not fear being killed. Do not fear any of that, because we don't actually die. We are immortal beings, and just because we're not in this physical body doesn't mean that we're not alive. We still exist, and we can still connect with the people here, and we'll connect even with other beings that we've known before, in past lives, and that we've known in between lives as well. Anyway, that's all for this video today. I know it's pretty super long, and a lot of people will probably think it's pretty out there and wild, but this video is more for people that have already been learning about the Illuminati a lot and whatnot, and or maybe going against plans of the Illuminati, things to do with what the government's doing and whatnot. It's just let it all happen. It's okay. Just do what you can do. Change yourself and be you. Be exactly who you are. Don't try to change the world outside of you right away. Just be exactly who you are and express that, and don't go against what's going on. Create the reality in which you see and in which you want. And that loving reality other people will see, and other people will come together, and then some real change can happen. But we can't go against everything that's happening, because it's actually supposed to be happening. The universe is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alright, anyway, peace and love, and thanks.